friends, my name is Shining Ange and welcome back to my channel. So today we are setting up for May in my bullet journal and I am super proud of how this one came out. So I decided to use some watercolors this month. I've only experimented with watercolor once before, so I'm a total newbie on how it works, on how to get it chef's kiss perfect, you know? The last time I worked with watercolors was in October of 2019. I put it in my bullet journal. I have been wanting to do a flip through of my 2019 bullet journal, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will eventually. So for this month, I decided to go with like a flower, I'm sorry, not flowers, a feather, it starts with F, same thing. A feather in a moon theme with watercolors, craft paper, with like a green and blue theme. I really like how it came out. I also really love the color combination. I wanted to do something a little different than the color combos I usually do. So this is what I came up with and I'm super happy with it. And I love all the craft paper elements. I think they look so good in the finished product. Also, I had a really hard time cutting the craft paper in this area. I came back to it later and I tried to fix it even more, but then I just cut a chunk out of the page and you'll see that in the final flip through. So oopsie, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. So here I'm just adding some embellishments on the little ropes, I guess you could call them, with the feathers. So I'm just obsessed with my silver pen. I just love how it's just so shiny and it just adds just that extra element of oomph, you know, that oomph. I just think it's so nice and I love it so much. So for the monthly calendar, I decided to alternate between the colors for the numbers because I wasn't really sure how to incorporate watercolor onto this page more. So this is what I came up with. Oh, and then I also did some paint splatters. I made a mess doing this. On this cover page, I did a different technique than I did on the rest of my spreads. So this one, I kind of took my finger and I flicked the brush, which made really tiny spots, and then it got all over my monitors. Yeah, I made a mess, but it's all fine. Everything's cleaned up now, but I made a mess during this process. So I highly recommend covering your area sufficely when you're doing paint splatters, or else you're gonna make a mess, like I've said 5 million times. And so now we're on to the brain dump in the habit tracker. So I decided to opt out of a mood tracker this month. I just haven't really been using it like to its full potential and it hasn't really been benefiting me, so I just decided to opt out of it this month. If I might decide to do it again in the future months, but we shall see how I feel about it. I'm also really happy how this one came out. I really like the aspect of having the watercolor and then the craft paper on top of it, so the watercolor kind of borders the craft paper. I thought that looked so good. And I also crumpled all of my craft paper to give it more of a texture, which is a very popular thing to do. So I'm sure you've heard or seen of it before, but I really like how it came out. And then of course just trimming. Oh, and then I flipped back to the cover page and put these dots around the shiny parts of the string that I drew, but I regretted that decision immediately after I did it. You will not see those dots making a comeback because I hated it. It just not look good, in my opinion. It's my opinion! So for the brain dump here, I just have a bunch of feathers going along the top and then just simple brain dump. It's just super simple like always. I just need as much space as I can get in a one page. Also, this video did turn out to be a lot longer than my normal plan with me's because this took me a total of 4 hours to complete. I don't think I've really ever spent that much time setting up one of my bullet journal spreads, but I did do all of my weeklies in one go, which I usually do them a week at a time. So that definitely is what racked up the time, but also just watercolor in general and painting made it more time consuming mainly. So now we're doing some more splatters. This time I hit the brush, like the base of the brush, and let it the paint fly off, which worked a lot better, and I like the effect more this way. And then I just added another little craft paper moon with the little stringies, and then onto my finance page. So, you know, same old, same old. This one is just super simple like always. I did do a little bit of decoration at the top to add in all of the elements to make it fit with the rest of the theme. But other than that, it's just super simple. I didn't do any splatters on this page because it's functional. But I do think, I know I've been contemplating on this a lot, but I do think I am going to be getting a separate journal for my finances just to make my life a little bit easier and not clog up my daily journal as much. So yeah. I am probably going to be doing a video on that once I plan it all out and I'm ready to set it up. I might be doing a video. If you guys would like to see that, please let me know. And then for the first time in ever, I actually did colored highlighting of the lines. The thing, you know, I don't know. You see what I mean. I don't know what I'm saying, but you see what I mean, right? I don't have to explain myself because explaining is hard. And on to the first two weeklies. So for the first 2 weeks, I kept with the 1-page rolling weekly. All of the weekly spreads in this this month are all rolling weeklies. Like I said in the last video, this is probably going to be my staple spread from now on because it just works so well. It works so well for me. And I really like how I connected the top of the boxes with the cursive writing. I think that looks so good. I did continue that on with every single week, and it looks so good. I'm so happy. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I am just so happy with how this month turned out. It is just so good. And then of course I added my little silver embellishments. It just I can't get over it. I'm so sorry. I just keep gushing and saying the same things over and over again, but I am just so happy. I can't wait to start using these spreads. It's killing me. I want to use them. They're so nice. Oh, see here, I got smart and I put a towel underneath instead of trying to border my things with very little tiny napkins that I got from a fast food place. I actually decided to grab a towel to make it easier to not mess things up. So good on me for being smart. And then we have a 2-page rolling weekly for the next 2 spreads. Or I guess a full spread rolling weekly for the next 2 pages, because I didn't want to make this whole month one page weeklies. I thought it would be nice to kind of switch it up and also give me some more room for decoration. So on this one, I did pretty much the same thing that I did on the cover page with the moon Dreamcatcher thing, just a little smaller version of it. and then I added my task list right under that. You know, I really had so much fun setting this up because I really gave myself a lot of space to be creative and to think outside of what I see on the internet. I mean, yes, this was highly inspired by an image I saw on Pinterest. If I can find it, again, I will put it up on screen or put it in the description or something. If I find it, who knows if I will. But it made me think a lot of how to set up each spread and how I can make it look really nice, and it was so good. I haven't really been this creative in a while, so this was a really nice change. I can't stop gushing, I'm sorry. And then on to the final weekly. This is probably my favorite. I just love how all the feathers and the danglies came out. I'm calling them danglies now. But yeah, I just really like how this one came out. I think it looks so elegant. You know, that is the perfect word to describe this whole setup, is elegant. I think it looks so elegant and flowy and pretty. I'm sorry, I'm gushing again. I can't stop. And you know, I wish I did the watercolor underneath the craft paper on this one too, but I just kind of thought it would add too much to it, you know? But either way, even though I didn't add it, I still think it looks fantastic. And this is, like I've said already, my favorite spread of the whole setup. You know, it's funny that the final spread is my favorite. And then I'm just going back to add in all the numbers of the weeks and then adding final embellishments to the final spread because I forgot to do that beforehand. I literally did a flip through and I got to this last page and I was like, oh, I forgot the details. Burb. Burb equals BRB, by the way. I say burb. It's fun. Don't judge me. And that is it. We're on to the final flip through. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and like this setup as much as I do. It is just is everything I imagined it would come out to be, and I am just extremely happy with it. I'm so proud of it, and I hope you guys like it as well. I'm saying the same things over and over and again, but I'm gonna leave. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!